Hi, I'm Tarah Paige, and I play Lieutenant Petrona on Star Trek Renegades.
I understand you have done a lot of work as a stunt performer.
Yes.
Was it your background in gymnastics that led you down that path?
Kind of. I came out to California and I really had no idea what it was to be in the stunt world. I was just mainly focused on acting and maybe using my gymnastics to book commercials and do, dancing interviews and stuff. And I kind of just fell into the stunt industry, no pun intended. But it was cool because I had met some people on this movie Elizabethtown, and they said they knew my reputation as a gymnast and they wanted to see if I was interested in stunts. And I just said, I don't even know what that is. That's Greek to me. And they said, well, you should get an agent and you should really start working in that direction. So I did, and I got this really great lady who pushed me through every possible door. And once you get the ball rolling, it's easier for coordinators they know you, so they call you. And so I ended up making a career out of stunts as well as acting, and it kind of fit right in with my whole flow because I'm an athlete as well.
So it all works out.
It worked out.
Now, as a stunt performer, what's the most challenging stunt that you've ever done?
Well, I doubled Alice on the movie Alice in Wonderland, and there was a lot of stunts in that movie that were very challenging. The first stunt, we rehearsed for 4 weeks, and then the very first stunt I did kind of knocked me out of the scene for 3 days because I fell 20 feet onto 1-inch neoprene through a glass chandelier that was on fire, and I had no pads because my dress was, of course, to here, and girls never get to wear pads because we're always wearing something, skimpy or revealing. So I had to do this fall from upside down and land a bunch of times with basically no pads and 10 times in a row. So that was pretty tough.
I hate to ask the obvious question, but isn't that dangerous?
It's very dangerous. But I'm a trained professional, so don't try this at home. No, it is. You kind of have to pick and choose. There's a couple of jobs that I've turned down because I'm just thinking that's way too dangerous. I don't actually know what I'm doing. But with
sounds like something I might say. Wow.
Yeah. But with the proper air awareness, you can kind of figure out where you are and how to land and how to kind of minimize the damage that it's going to do on your body. And just if you're smart about it, you can kind of get through everything, kind of sail through.
Sure.
And it was really, really fun. I had the time of my life through that movie. But there were a lot of stunts too that weren't necessarily dangerous, but they kind of hurt really bad. Like, for example, I did this rig where I was wrapped up in a wire, and on action they ripped the wire and I went tumbling across this carpet, and they kind of dragged me across this green screen carpet. So I got rug burns all over which nobody anticipated because it was just oh, we got the gag down. But then when they threw in the carpet, then it was open wounds and
One time I fell down a stair and broke my foot. So I can see how being dragged across a few feet of carpet might cause some unexpected damage.
Yeah, it was.
That's a bummer.
It was just one of those days, and then.
There's more?
There's more. So then they said, okay, great, cut, we got it, you were awesome. Go back and get your makeup put on. But the makeup was alcohol-based. So here they are squirting on this alcohol-based makeup over my raw, ripped up arms, and that was another stunt.
Not in the brochure.
No. That was in the very, very fine print at the bottom that nobody reads.
Which of the two things you're pursuing, acting and stunt work, which do you prefer?
I think I prefer acting only because I think I can express myself better, and I have a special place in my life for both the stunts and the acting, but I'm at a place in my life right now where I just don't want to beat up my body anymore. I want to just, be able to play different roles and to be able to be creative and to follow a vision of a script and do that with my face rather than my body.
Right. So speaking of acting, when you are thinking of the types of roles that you want to play, having known you for 15 minutes now, you seem like a very positive, enthusiastic, energetic person. Is that the type of character you want to play, or do you want to be like a Charlie Manson figure? What do you want to do?
I actually prefer to play the villain. I think it's fun to be something different than you are in real life, and you don't get the how many people get the opportunity to be a serial killer or to be a victim in an alleyway and die, but then you're not really dead. You come back to life and everything's fine and you go back to life as normal. So I think it's fun to do the unexpected and to take on a role that you wouldn't otherwise be in real life.
Do you usually find yourself doing things that are sort of very what you normally do? Like, do you play a stunt performer, or do you find yourself in roles where you really have to shut down your normal personality, your actual personality, and sort of contrive and project something very, no pun intended, very alien to you?
I've had all of the above. I've had a healthy mix of a bunch of different characters. In Stick It, I played a real villain. She was a very bad person until the very end, and
you got redeemed.
And then I got redeemed, which was cool too. So I got the best of both worlds. And then in Bring It On, I played just like a bubbly cheerleader. So that was more like what I would be in normal life. And then I don't know why, but I actually get a lot of victim roles where somebody kidnaps me, or they like stab me in a back alleyway, or for some reason I turn into a monster. So
right.
It's like kind of I think the Hollywood kind of prefers the cliche of like, this perky blonde girl, and then she turns
right.
into this monster. So.